Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. You know, I refer to myself as the would-be political servant, rejected by the people. I am so glad to be in this position. It is a thrill to be in this position as a social scientist, as a humanitarian, and as a people who have expressed a concern about certain conditions of life. I'm glad to be in the position that I'm in. A would-be political servant, rejected by the people. What I'm truly saying is that there are people who really, truly desire a society that is progressive, prosperous, fair, and just. They don't know how to achieve this. If you're old enough to vote, as long as you have been voting, you have hopefully been trying to guide your vote toward the outcome of such. And you've always failed. And you have determined the reason why is the other folk, not you, because you voted for the right thing. And everybody else voted for the wrong thing. Now, what that basically means is that every last one of you voters voted for the right thing. And yet, half of you at least voted for the wrong thing, thinking that you voted for the right thing. And as a consequence of your division, none of you got the right thing. You have a thing that's working better for some than others, but next election, even that might change to the others and the some. I'm glad to be in this position because I have wanted for you what you have wanted. I know you've wanted peace, and I want peace. Not just for myself, but every last one of you. But for some strange reason, those of you who want peace don't think that it's possible that I could even advocate to any degree that peace would come. And so you just ignore me. I'm without a doubt that every last one of you want to be prosperous. You pray for prosperity. But there is no thought in your fabric of being that I could be positive in such an outcome as far as you are concerned. And so you totally ignore me. I'm sure that each of you would like to be happy in your lives. But there's nothing inside of your thinking that would kind of indicate that that possibility might rest in me. So I'm thrown out with the trash. There are many of you, when I speak of these kinds of things, interested in a career, a job, a good job, a job that you could love doing. I'm sure every last one of you wish that. I say I know and offer a proposal whereby that could be achieved, and nobody who's interested in a career of their own choosing pays any attention to that. I'm sure every last one of you would like a dream home, whether that's a big, fine, whatever you want to fill in the blank, or a cage, or a tent. And I think you should be able to have that. But there's not a single one of you who would give me any credibility in as far as materializing or help to materialize that for you. I'm sure that there are many of you would like to continue your education in the fields that you have chosen. without the hang-ups of debt and credit, bills. And I have offered proposals, have a proposal that I'd like to offer, but you won't even listen to it. I'm sure that there are those of you who would like to make sure that you're never, ever without health care. And the fact that I say I would like to offer a proposal, I must be out of my mind if I think that you're going to consider it. In fact, those of you, many of you who go to church, who pray to God, who says that God is the author of heaven and paradise, and that God is love, and that God would want all of these things for you, in fact, has it prepared for you in heaven if you get there. And I come to you offering proposals about life now, in this day, whereby God has provided everything that is outside of your ability already. And has given you the ability to fill in the blanks. All those things can materialize. And yet I'm rejected by every last one of you who have ever heard of me talking about such. Just totally rejected. And the thing that blows my mind, the servant, the political servant that would serve you to bring about and assist bringing about of your dreams, and totally rejected. The 99% of the people who have problems and have concerns about this system of existence here in America, the 99% of you who say you're so upset with that 1% and the fraction of that 1% that takes away everything that would be good for you, wouldn't even consider me. And as I was saying, the church organization don't even want to hear what I gotta say. That 99% don't even want to hear what I gotta say. And you think about them. Think about that. And at the last presidential election, they put in office a dictator, a man that is above the law, who doesn't care anything about your plans for peace and prosperity and happiness in your life. That's what you chose. Well, this is what you did. What I did was to allow you to know that I'm out here. I got all kinds of stuff on YouTube and Facebook. And those one or two who observed it wouldn't even share it with anyone else. They just left it alone. The standing up for what's proper, going to jail and willing to do time and in prisons and go on starvation fast to prove a point, only made me look stupid to you. And right now, you are being screwed to the max. And everything I try to do to let you know that you are the solution to the problem, and I could give you information that would assist you in developing that power that you have, and telling you how you can use it, because you apparently don't know how. You're using your power to get everything you say you don't want. Yes, I'm glad to be in this position. A political servant, rejected by the people. I've done a video that I asked the question, should I cry or should I laugh? Well, I'm not going to cry, and I'm not going to laugh. But you, my friends, are the solution. God has done, for those of you who believe in God, God has done everything that is required for you to have paradise on earth or heaven on earth. God has done everything required. Everything required. But in part of that completion, you are required to do something. And it's something other than you've been doing all your life. Which means to get peace and prosperity and happiness in your life, you got to do something different than what you have been doing all of your life in regards to achieving that. You got to do something different. And I know many of you say, well, we might not have prosperity for everybody, but you got a nice job. And as long as you got a nice job, well, later for this. And I realize how you might feel about stuff like that. And I'm not asking you to forget your nice job. I'm asking you to think about a better job, to think about a better situation even in the job that you got. And plan and strategize with the rest of the community so that you don't have to stop your job. You can change your job if it's not what you love doing, but you don't have to stop it. And you do not lose any benefits. The outcome of this would mean perhaps that you do not have to work as hard. You don't have to work as continuous 40 hours a week. And you still lose no benefit. That you not only are working now for a paycheck, but you're working in such a way that you own partnership in all of the created things that human beings do together. Everything that's created by the hands of man. Now, under this new way of doing things, you are part owner. You know, people buy shares in stocks. They go and invest in different operations, and they get residuals. This, my friend, your participation, your investment in the outcome of society, make you part owner. Do you know what it means to be part owner? You ever look at these people who got these big companies and they have these boards and everybody go to the meeting with their suits on and they feel important? And some of them are not in the board, but they got a lot of money invested in it, and so they are sitting watching, want to see how it's going to move, what their portfolio is going to represent. They feel very important. But to this degree, ladies and gentlemen, every last one of you can feel important. I don't care what your station in life is right now, but under the plans that I share with you, every last one of you will be important. Why? Because you got ownership in the production of all the stuff on earth. You have ownership. It's like having a car that you've paid for. You don't have to pay any more bills. And that car is running good and looking good. You have to pay no more bills for your home. No more bills for your car. No more bills for your energy. No more bills for your clothes or your education or your health care. No more bills for anything because you paid with it. You paid for it when you played a part in the creative process. All you're having to do is that one thing that gives you the greatest pleasure in life. That's your payment for part ownership in all things that human hands have made on the face of the earth. And what you own, what you have ownership in, you don't have to buy. So you need no money. It's yours. You need no credit. It's yours. You need no loans. It's yours. You need no debt. It's yours. You don't have to pay any taxes because it's not required. You give of yourself. All of that is already met. Yours. Yours. Nobody shared anything with you like that. I guess that's why you rejected. Somebody else had to share it with you. I know right now if some rich person take everything I have said and come before you, put some money up, and spread it this message, you'd go crazy reaching out for it. You would go, let me say it again, you'd go crazy reaching out for it. And he'd be tricking you, or she would be tricking you, telling you lies, trying to get you to drop down your guard and take total advantage of you. That's what a rich person would do for you. But a black man, a man who has no wealth at all, according to the way you consider standard of wealth, and you totally reject everything that he says to you. Yes, when I say I'm glad to be in this position, I'm glad I'm not like you in the means that you are blind to see and recognize truth, which means that you are susceptible to lies. Well, this message is not to make you feel bad. This message is just to say, I'm glad to be in a position to know the truth, willing to share it with you, even if I am rejected. Your loss, not mine. Thank you very much for giving me this your time. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate for paradise, heaven, your dreams fulfilled on earth, in your bodies, on this earth, during this time. Bye-bye.